Why do white people hate us so much?
If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you cannot go, and there are certain people that you cannot be around. If you go into a crowd of strangers and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts. And it is actually a failure of your parental duty. White parents, please hear me. If you teach your children growing up, if you lie to them and say all people and all races of people in our country are the same, they are not. You are actually depriving your child of factual, truthful information that could save their life.
Greetings from the east to north to south, and this wicked ass west. The topic, the white man have a problem. The question is, why do you think they hate us so much? Part 4. Let's get into it. I am your host. I am the one.
Okay, well, if them the facts, let me give you some facts. This country, since its inception, tried to colonize the whole world. And you like to give statistics and numbers. There's a 70% chance that blacks would be stopped by cops compared to their white counterparts. There's also a 70% chance if a black try to get medical assistance, they will be treated worse, way worse than whites. They won't even get treatment, at least the proper treatment. 70% chance that we won't get pain medication because the good Christian white men say that blacks can take more pain. I mean, it's 70% chance that we'll get stopped at a traffic stop. You have destabilized the whole world. You have destabilized the black community. You have implanted drugs in the black community. Your list go on and on and on. You disrupted Jamaica. You disrupted Venezuela. You commit war crimes all around the world. And out of all the races here in this country, the only race you can point out is black people. The young lady said earlier, why do you hate us so much? There's a definite reason why you hate us. Now, let me tell you something just off the rip. There's a 100% chance I will never attend your church. There's a 100% chance I will never believe the indoctrination of this white man Jesus that do not exist. You devils that seem to make up a God and think because you made this God up, he is God. And you call yourself you white good Christians. You know, we're white Christians. It's a religion that the white man made up. The Bible is a true book. Christianity is pure garbage. It's made up. Every single person in that book is white. You think about that for a minute. All you black people that's into Christianity. The Bible, again, is a true book. Christianity is garbage. You think about it for a minute. Even in that region of the country, how in the world can everybody in Christianity in that Bible be white? And you black Christians just run behind it. Give me a break. Let's go to the next clip.
No, I mean, like, you want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because no one really cares when it's HR managers? No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian. LeBron James is a self-interested narcissistic, and we know he's not very smart.
What makes him not smart? Because you say so? Because you say he's not smart, I'm assuming that means he's not smart. We can say the same thing about you. One thing about perception. Perception creates its own reality. I want you to think about that for a minute. The way you perceive a person, in your own mind, you create a reality about that person or about that race. For years and years and years, they have tried to destroy the black image because they happen to know something that we don't know. So you will get people like Captain Kirk or Charlie Kirk, whatever his name is. You get people like him and that devil pastor. I mean, think about it for a minute. The only thing they can do is to downplay the black race. I got to remember, out of every other race out there, why is it always us? Because here, what they was telling us is we 12% of the population. You got to remember, we own no weapons, no ships, no corporations, basic companies we don't own. No weapons. What is it about this group of people that you fear? Because we own nothing. No military power, no military might. What is it about this group of people that you say is only 12%? 12% of the population that you hate with a passion, that can do you no harm. Why? Let's go to the next clip.
It's disturbing to hear these comments. Watch this.
The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
So just to give a little bit of context to what you're hearing, you're listening to Judith Varney Shore, an Israeli consul general in Atlanta. And she says, quote, the major problem with Israel is the young generation of the black community. Major problem with Israel is the young generation of the black community. So this is a government official. Why would she say, quote, the major problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community? What in the world is really going on? What in the world is really going on? What in the world is really going on here?
The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
What is really going on? It's a case of a stolen identity. It's a case of stolen identity. And the truth will come out. Who are the true children of the Most High God? That's the question. Who is truly the children of the Most High God? Because once you steal a whole nation's identity and take the identity on for yourself, but when you look into the history, you're not there anywhere. That's the question. You don't fit none of the curses. But with a straight face, you have sold the greatest lie ever sold. I remember talking to some of the older people that were born in the 20s and 30s. They would always whisper it. They couldn't say it out loud. But I remember a certain person would always say, look at those people. They're saying they are the Jews. And then she would start laughing. She would never say it out loud. But she would tell me that all the time. Look at those people. They saying they're Jews. And she would always laugh. Let's go to the next clip.
The following. Why Africans? How can you and why do you hate the black people so much, even if you don't know them? You can't hate someone that you haven't even seen in your entire life. They have their own continent. They live in Africa. It's huge. They never come to your place. Maybe you don't want to live among them, and so you just being in the government, just don't let them in without visas, special talents, etc. But why do you hate them so much? So you introduce this horrible stuff like HIV and any other disease to Africa. Why? What is the reason? But if you're saying that if they are the original Hebrews and you counterfeit God, you hate them, you hate the original people of God, that's why you would love to demolish, rape, physically, mentally, with all instances, this whole continent and the people of it.
It is because of our bloodline. To this very day, you go back to the time of the Exodus. And so Pharaoh Necho, had said, okay, we need to find this Messiah, Moses or Moshe, okay? Let's kill all of the firstborn from 2 years old and under, even during the time of Christ. Herod...
1 second. Pharaoh was what color? Was he black?
Pharaoh was black.
Moses?
Moses, black.
Noah?
Black.
Okay. Please continue.
That's a great note. They were black. And later, centuries later, came the Greek prince Aegyptus. From there, the pharaohs became white. But during the time of Moses, the pharaohs were black, who enslaved their own people. And so let's assassinate every Hebrew child from 2 years old and under. Even during the day of Christ, Herod did not want to kill Yeshua. He wanted to kill his Christology, his kingdom.
Yes, wanting to kill what is to come. And I think we all can agree that we are in the last days. How long those last days will last, I have no idea. But there is a group right now that's in the street preaching the end time gospel. They are in purple and gold. And somehow they want to stop this message that's going out. Because if you can recall, in those days, it started with Moses. And they wanted to kill all the male babies. And in the days of Jesus, all the children 2 years old and younger, because they knew what was to come. And I notice all these so-called good Christian white people, where they at? Yeah, these people. They claim to be Christians, but they're anti-Israelite, especially anti-black, because it's going to start with Judah first. You can't get around it. So therefore, they want to kill the messengers. Let's go to this final clip before I conclude.
So empire, Herod felt threatened by kingdom. So the black diaspora has been I hate to say it, the object of such a global conspiracy. AIDS, the crack cocaine epidemic, okay? Sickle cell anemia was not even in existence until 1913. Sickle cell is a biological weapon. Prior to 1913, there was no such thing.
So what he was saying was no such thing as sickle cell. All these new diseases that they decided to make in a laboratory. Now, Charlie Kirk, Captain Kirk, never mentioned none of this, but he can downgrade black people. He can talk down to black people. That other pastor, one of his good Christian white kids to stay away from the true children of the Most High God. But these things, they never even mention. I wonder why. There is a conspiracy, and they know the truth. Even if they don't know the truth, they are being used as puppets. But the truth cannot be hidden. you for watching. I am your host,